Western Sydney, we know, has had potential for a large number of years. But suddenly we can actually see it starting to happen. You can get a sense of vibrancy. And the vibrancy in this region is in large part its people. Our potential will be realised if we've got the business sector, the community sector, the for-profits and the not-for-profits actually working together. It requires, in my view, new forms of partnership, new forms of collaboration which are not usually seen. That's what creates a genuine sense of community. It's economic and social growth going together.
So this project is about getting young people apprenticeships in painting, and we've got some very significant contracts. It's fantastic for those young people because it's often the first job that they've had. And we've learnt a lot about social enterprises. This is very much about making it work as a business with the social element included later. We've done it the other way, and often they don't work because they don't become viable financially. Often we wait till the government gives out a contract. I think if we're smart and creative, we can actually show and lead the way. Take a chance.
The Outdoor Reading Room project came about as we are trying to actually encourage the whole of the community to be supportive of their own families in the concept of reading. Is based in sort of a gap in between a couple of shops in the local shopping village. So local businesses are getting on board. I think they see it as an opportunity to try and rebuild the community engagement, or people coming back to that particular space. We see this as a long-term project because when you sort of work with community partners and with businesses and with councils, etc., it's a relationship. It's not just a one-off thing. We just throw that in there and walk away. You have to support that and maintain it. The community with saying, what do you want to do with this space now that you have it? So can we run outdoor movies? Can we run taste testing of the different shops? It's part of the journey of developing this community.
We're a collection of about 8 different service providers and myself, a real estate agent, that forms themselves together to provide a resource to prevent people from becoming homeless. What they wanted to do was to say to real estate agents, we've got resources and help that can be provided to an at-risk person. So if you've got a tenant that is falling behind, get that information to us and we can then work on going ahead and saving that tenancy. There's the obvious social benefit of appealing to people to say you're able to go ahead and to save a situation like that. There's an appeal to the owner of the business that they can save a lot of money. The cost of going through tribunals, the cost of at risk of losing the business of the landlord who may blame the agent for that issue. By saving the tenancy, they're saving their business.
Good business is where 2 people make money, not one person. If it's a one-way street, it's going to be very short term. If you want a good society, then you need to help that society be better.
People are not just looking at career security or the income they receive from their job. They want to think it's worthwhile, that they are contributing to society. There is shared value being created. That's what keeps young people today wanting to work with businesses.
There's a lot of people moving into the area towards Western Sydney and a lot of jobs coming up, and what we've found is that we'd like to place ourselves in a position to become a resource, not just for local students or future students, but also the local businesses that need a little bit of help with social spending. What gives it longevity is the networking, and so we just network not only with the local government but also local community groups.
What community organisations do is actually invest in the community. They need to say, we don't want your charity. What we want you to do is to actually invest your money in the social and public benefits that we create. So I would say to all businesses here, this is an extraordinary opportunity. In my view, in some ways, it's a unique opportunity to do things a little bit differently from what's been the norm, to break with the past, to actually work together collaboratively in partnership to build a greater Western Sydney.